Self-acceptance happens when we embrace all parts of ourselves, not just our strengths and successes, but also our limitations and failures. This is a huge challenge for a depressed person, especially at the beginning, when we might reject the idea that we have depression. We might not accept the diagnosis. I'm not the kind of person that has a problem like this. The feelings of depression are unacceptable. The thoughts of depression are unacceptable. That the symptoms continue is unacceptable. You can't accept what depression makes you do or not do. And you can't accept that depression is impacting your life plan, or that your problem might be burdening other people. This lowest level of acceptance is basically denial. A lot of times people stay frozen here with thoughts like, this is too painful. I can't stand this. This isn't me. This has to end. And while denial may briefly push away reality, inevitably reality has a way of rushing back in. And so now you have two problems: coping with the symptoms of depression and coping with your panicked reaction to being depressed, that it's unacceptable, and that you, as a depressed person, fundamentally are also unacceptable. And this is how depression turns into a state of complete desperation. Fortunately, that's not the end of the story. And probably one of the first steps for a lot of people in getting over depression is to begin to accept that while these experiences are painful, you're able to absorb them without panicking. You're a person who has depression, and that's okay. It's okay to be a person with a problem. It's okay even to ask people for help. It's okay that sometimes your mind sends you horrible feelings and ugly thoughts, and sometimes you're just not your best self. You start to get the confidence that you can tolerate it. You find the more you can accept it, that really desperate feeling starts to quiet down. And now you're back to just one problem: having to cope with the symptoms of depression. And now you have more mental resources. So this is the first stage of acceptance. And I think it's key for a lot of people in getting better. But what gets really interesting is the second stage of self-acceptance, where you start believing, I'm actually worthy of love and friendship. And rather than attacking yourself like an enemy, you start to treat yourself like a friend. This is called self-compassion. And in the next segment, I'll talk about why self-compassion is so important in healing from depression. Stay tuned.